Alright, hello everyone. My name is Jessica Roman, and today I'm going to be talking about why I think I'm an expert in animal care. So, for as long as I can remember, I've always been surrounded by pets, animals, coming from a Puerto Rican background, even going to Puerto Rico, being around horses, pigs, sheep, whatever. I've always been around animals, and it really helped me learn to love and appreciate animals. So I would say that I'm an expert in animal care because of my previous job at Paws Chicago Animal Shelter, my own personal experiences, and being interested in veterinary medicines. So my first main point is this past summer I got to work at the Paws Chicago Animal Shelter, which was a dream come true for me. I knew my aunt adopted from there, and I was supportive of their cause and their message behind why they opened their shelter. So I specifically worked in their foster care program, which helped me learn how to care for animals because my job, because of COVID, was to be over the computer to see who was applying to become a foster parent and approve or deny them. Because I did that, it helped me look for specific things that I thought would be good for a foster parent because I knew some fosters were taking home about 9 to 10 kittens at once, and they would have to care for them, give them, basically replacing their mother and having to do everything that their cat mother would do. I also worked in the adoption center, so again, kind of the same thing. I would have to approve or deny people for adoptions, whether I thought they would be suitable to adopt a pet or to not. I think that those two things really helped me in animal care because I read a lot of foster reports, which basically was when a foster's time was up and they had to be brought back to the shelter, I would have to look through their report of their behaviors, how they were eating, were they throwing up, were they biting, scratching, whatever. So I really had to point out if there was anything wrong that had to be taken and back to the veterinarian and reported. So it taught me a lot about veterinary work and what it took to take care of an animal. But also the good thing about Paws is that they even take animals that are sick, have heartworms, whatever. So a lot of the foster parents were taking home pets that had things wrong with them, which also took a lot of responsibility on their part. However, working at Paws was not my first experience in animal care because I did have a lot of my own personal experiences with animal care. Specifically, my aunt had a dog who has an enlarged heart, who has to be on 2 separate medications every day and has countless amounts of veterinary appointments every year. And I'm very close to her, and sometimes she would even leave me her dog to look after when she would go on vacation. And that would leave a lot of responsibility on me to care for her animal, but to also prove to her that I could do what she was doing. And so that taught me a lot of responsibility and taught me a lot about what it means to take care of an animal. Just like they would rely, just like a baby relies on their mother, an animal's relying on you to give them medicine if they need it and to feed them or to give them water. Also, recently my own dog has been having troubles with his kidneys, so they were thinking about teaching me how to IV him, to give him his fluids, and also take a lot of responsibility in mixing his diet, giving him chicken and rice to help him get better. And so that has also been a part of me learning how to become responsible in caring for animals and learning what to do in specific cases. But my love for animals, as I said before, came at a really young age. When I was really little, I started realizing that I was really interested in medicine, and I loved going to the doctor, I loved going to doctor's appointments because I was interested in how they could figure out what was wrong with me when I wasn't feeling good. However, I didn't like the people portion of becoming a doctor. It was something intimate that I wasn't really into. So I figured, why not be a doctor but for animals? So I'm majoring in biology pre-vet, and I want to become a veterinarian for that specific purpose. And because of my love for veterinary medicines and medicine for dogs and cats and common household animals, it helps me learn a lot about what different animals need and when. I do a lot of my own research when it comes to fleas or heartworm or something that could be wrong with my dog. Also, having a dog helps me kind of see different situations that could potentially happen where I think if I were a veterinarian, what would I do in this specific case? But also discovering new diseases. So for example, my dog has something called Addison's disease, which is a form of kidney disease. And it makes him urinate and drink a lot more water. And so I did my own personal research on it, and I figured out a lot of things, what symptoms what symptoms there are for Addison's disease and how it could be cured. So in conclusion, my job at PAWS, my personal experience and interests in veterinary medicine helped shape me to become somewhat of an expert in animal care. It obviously didn't come naturally, and it came with a lot of practice and patience, because a dog can't tell you when they're feeling sick or not. You kind of have to pay attention to see when they're not acting like themselves. My deep-rooted love for animals and my care for them kind of made it easier for me, because I feel like if I didn't, it would have been completely different for me, and especially with my internship at PAWS. And that is why I would consider myself an expert in animal care. Thank you.